Okay, IndigoMoon Aussies, we're back with Edward. We just finished doing some brushing on him, and we did a spray. We finished his rear nails. He's getting really used to it. I keep a lot of treats. Here, look. We don't teach our puppies to sit here because they're show dogs. We teach them to stand. So I teach my puppies, look, good job. And I'm going to show you, if you go into puppy obedience, the type of collar you're going to be using. This is a puppy collar. It's a leash and collar in one, and it's called a martingale. That's my favorite to use with young puppies. I start them on the leash at about 7 weeks, and I start working with them. They don't really know how to walk on a leash until they get a little bit older. This is a slip knot chain. As a puppy gets a little bit older, if you're doing any kind of obedience, you're definitely going to need one of these. This allows you to tighten and loosen and correct, and it goes on in the shape of a P. So if I were going to slip it on him, I'd slip it on like this, and then I'd attach the leash to this. Again, it goes on like a P. Put it on right, and your leash connects right here, like that. But he's used to the martingale, the puppy collar, and it works the same way. It loosens and tightens, and it's very lightweight. So I'm going to slip this on him, and then we're going to go outside, and I'm going to show you how I teach my puppies to walk. All of your puppies had a leash on them and were accustomed to wearing a leash and doing a little bit of walking, but until they're about 9 to 10 weeks old, closer to 10 weeks, they don't really know how to walk. So you're going to follow me. I'm going to set him down and follow us with the camera, and this is how I want to work him. Come on, Edward. Come on. I let him lead. Come on. I'm going to take him over. Come on. I don't pull if he wants to. Good job. Go potty. Good boy. Good job. I try to talk in a high voice when they've done well. Come here, Edward. And I want his attention. What you don't want to do is fight with them with the leash and have them pulling. They need to be accustomed to a leash that's loose. So if I want his attention, hey, Edward, look, very good. Good job. And I have not worked with Edward nearly as much as the other puppies. He's doing really, really well. So when he starts walking, I'm going to follow him. Later on, as they get older and mature, we're going to be leading them. In the beginning, we want the puppy to be okay with having a leash on. They sit down a lot and they stop. And let's say we're walking and I need to get him back going. This is how I'm going to do it. Edward, call his name. Show him some. Come on. And if I have a real stubborn puppy, come on. Good job. Very good. And we're walking again. Sometimes we have to stop and pick them up. Again, I'm keeping the leash loose. I'm following him. I do not expect a 10-week-old puppy, they'll be 10 weeks tomorrow, to walk or heel on a leash. They're too young. By the time they're about 12 weeks, then I would expect that. Come on, Edward. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. So now he's not going. So I'm going to stop, grab the leash, pick him up, put him in a different position. Edward. And start walking again. Now, let's say I have my can, but I probably won't need it. But let's say he's going to go do something and I want him to stop. I'm going to put a cookie down and then tell him to leave it. Edward, leave it. Leave it. Shh. Leave it. Leave it. Shh. Shh. Leave it. Now, I'm going to reward him for listening. Good job. He's These are just stale little vanilla cookies that I use because they're soft and easy to break up in pieces. If he's playing too rough and he starts to get wild and wants to bite at my ankles, the correction is going to be the same. I'm going to get down on my knees and show you. He's obsessed over a crumb. Going to take your fingers like this. Stop. Stop. Good boy. Good job. And that usually pretty much... Okay, leave it. If at this age, if he won't stop getting into something, pick him up, redirect him. Good boy, Edward. Come on. What do I have? Come on. Come on, get your cookie. Look. Very nice. If you want to teach sit, the same thing, except you're going to pull it up so the puppy, by going up, is forced to sit down. Look. Good boy. I'm actually very impressed. This is the first time I've done this with him. Told him to look. You're sitting. So if you wanted to teach sit, you would push the food up like this while they're standing, and they have to come in a sit position. Edward, but I want the opposite. Look. Good job. Good boy. So, that's how I correct my puppies. I correct them with my fingers at the neck, with picking them up, redirecting them. I have a can, which is in my training tips, and Edward's pretty good, but if he won't leave my ankles or shoes alone, I will shake it in his face and tell him quit. I use quit, no, and leave it. He knows I've got cookies. Come here. Come here. Look. Good boy. Okay. If I think of some other things later, we'll do another short video when he gets a little bit older. But right now, basically, he's 10 weeks old tomorrow, this is all I expect. That he can take a few steps, walk around, go potty, which he did. And I don't really expect him to walk a heel pattern or do much more than that. I want his attention focused on me, and as you can see, it clearly is. And that's what I look for. Good job, Edward. That's also a praise that I use. Yes, good job. All right. Good boy. Good boy. Say bye.